Being
Loved it.
alone is the greatest thing in the world. I wish we could
Yes.
go back to the pandemic, minus all those people dying.
Oh, somebody gave somebody herpes. But the point is, you shouldn't have. That is not a conversation to be having on speakerphone at the nail shop. It's the same thing when people stand too close to you in line. Like, why you all up on the back of my neck?
The point I'm trying to make is people are so self-absorbed they're not paying attention to other people around.
No.
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
All right, Jay. We talked about this once before when Wicked came out, but people are starting to act out in movie theaters. And not really act out. It's more of a communal thing. So what am I talking about? So Minecraft is a new movie that came out, and I guess it's associated with a video game or something. Like
it's a very huge video game.
Okay. Well, there have been reactions in the movie theaters, and there's been divisive reactions to the audience behavior during screenings of the Minecraft movie, which has sparked a debate about cinema etiquette. The film adaptation of the popular video game, if I had just read further, I would have seen it. It was a video game. Has become a box office hit, exceeding expectations with projections, domestic earnings of over 140 million during its opening weekend. A notable trend among viewers involving loud audience participation, including cheering, clapping, and quoting lines from the movie. Specific moments such as Jack Black's character exclaiming "chicken jockey" have prompted enthusiastic responses from some audience members standing and cheering along. This behavior has been celebrated by some as it has enhanced their communal viewing experience, while others have criticized it for disrupting their enjoyment of the film. The phenomenon reflects the film's appeal to younger audiences and fans familiar with viral memes tied to its trailer. However, critics argue that such behavior undermines traditional cinema etiquette, with some calling for stricter norms to preserve the theatrical experience. So when we talked about this specifically during Wicked, we came up with the ingenious idea that most movie theaters should have, that there should be a sing-along version of the film in one theater, and please be quiet in this theater. That's one way to do it. But that's segregation. And
it's not segregation.
It's segregating the loud and the quiet.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing. But to me, growing up Black in America, and you ever went to a Black movie theater, it's gonna be people are talking to the movie theater, talking to the movie screen, people are laughing. And sometimes I've been like, this movie's a comedy, I'm not going. I want to go where there's hardly any people there because I actually want to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Because people will be loud and you will miss dialogue and you won't know what's going on. You'll miss a key plot in the movie. So I kind of get it, but also people go to movie theaters for the communal aspect of it.
Yes.
I know people who like to go to the office because they love the communal aspect of it. They didn't like remote work. And I was like, and me being who I am, the introvert, is just saying, no, being alone is the greatest thing in the world. I wish we could go back to the pandemic, minus all those people dying.
Yes.
But so what do you think?
I think a lot of young people grew up, matured in the time of the pandemic when the theaters were shut down and they never learned cinema etiquette.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm of two minds about this. One, it's like, if you want to enjoy a movie in peace, watch it at home, because you're going out into a public place to watch a film publicly.
Right.
So you're gonna deal with people also enjoying the film, laughing, clapping, cheering. Now, if it's something where it's like somebody's having a loud phone conversation, that obviously is for cinema etiquette. But other people enjoying the film, even if it's like raucous, like even if they're making a commotion or something like that, like if the film is funny or there's stuff that pops up that they recognize, if they like, nobody said anything when people were cheering and going crazy when Cap picked up Mjolnir.
Yeah, that everybody was going nuts.
Everybody went nuts. So it's like, if you want to enjoy it in peace and solitude, and you watch it at home, you're gonna be in a room full of people watching the same film, and that they're enjoying it just as much as you are. Nobody's trying to be disruptive, but things like clapping, cheering, things like that, I don't see how you can stop that. But also I do feel like there is a generation of people who don't understand cinema etiquette.
I think it goes further than that. I think there are some people that just don't understand etiquette. And this is what I mean by that.
Mm.
I was on the metro the other day, and somebody was having a phone conversation on a speakerphone.
Mhm.
And this is not an uncommon thing. This is a common occurrence. People are walking down the street with their phone on speakerphone, having open conversations. And I'm just like, or listening to music from their cell phone with no headphones, no
Yeah.
earbuds or anything that needs just
I literally can't stand it.
I can't stand this. And I'm like, can't you see the vibe? Don't you understand it? And I think it's because people are just more self-absorbed than they ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People be in their own little world. And it's like, your phone came with headphones.
No, they don't.
Mine did because I got a 12. But like it came with
Maybe that was the last time they gave headphones because mine sure as hell didn't.
I could be. They
So I
were
think-
wired. They were wired
Oh
headphones.
yeah,
they're not the AirPods. But who don't have some headphones?
I guess you don't need no headphones if you just playing your music on your cell phone all the time. Like I'm in the gym, and the gym is not a quiet place. So I'm
Yeah.
working out, and these dudes is just being real loud, talking. And I'm like, why you gotta be that loud? Or
Right.
people playing their music while they're running on the treadmill with no headphones on. Like this is a common thing of people just not respecting other people's
Yeah.
space.
Yes. You're
Right.
in a public space. You're not in the privacy of your own home. You're on a train. You're in the gym. You're in the store. Like you're not in the privacy of your own home. So don't nobody. First of all, you shouldn't want somebody. One time I heard a conversation at a nail shop. A girl talking on the phone on speakerphone. I'm like, girl,
Whoa,
you don't need to be having this conversation all loud at the nail
No.
shop.
I want to know what that conversation was.
Oh, somebody gave somebody herpes. But the point is, you shouldn't have. That is not a conversation to be having on speakerphone at the nail shop. Like you want everybody in your friend's business or your business like this. Like
Well,
but I mean, decorum itself is a lost art. Just look at our politics. Like it just is. Like
yeah.
I'm not, I'm not one to like tone police or anything like that. Or, I'm definitely not doing that. But I think having respect for the people around you and their space is important. It's the same thing when people stand too close to you in line. Like, why you all up on the back of my neck?
Yeah. Or
I shouldn't be able to hear your thoughts. You're too close to me.
Or standing too far away in the line. Let me give you an example. You in a grocery line and you waiting and you holding your groceries because you ain't got no cart because you shopping at Aldi and you ain't have a quarter.
Yeah.
Okay. And so
Aldi charges a quarter for your cart.
Yeah, they give it back.
So you don't take the cart. But here's the thing. What if I don't care about that quarter?
I mean, then you take the cart.
You take the cart.
Then
Okay.
you take the cart for a quarter. Anyway, people are putting their stuff on the little conveyor belt, and you like, hey, I'm holding all this stuff in my hands. This is heavy. And there's one person in front of you, and they just giving the other people in front of them a whole lot of distance. And like, hey, you can put your stuff on the conveyor belt now so that it can go down so that I can put the little barrier and start putting my stuff on there. Hey, go ahead. Let's do this.
Yeah, you can also set your bag, your basket down.
Well, I always got champagne when I'm shopping at Aldi because I get a little champagne. So I'm scared.
You can set it down.
I'm scared they're just gonna fall. It's just one of my fears. I couldn't do that.
It's on the floor.
What we're talking about though.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is people are so self-absorbed and not paying attention to other people around.
No.
And in the movie theater,
or they don't care.
Or they don't care. I remember going to the Kings of Comedy. And I went with my two best friends and my girlfriend at the time. And one of my best friends was sitting next to me and just being belligerent. And I was like, I can't hear these jokes. I was like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Get away from me. I was like, you're ruining the movie for me. I was like, go sit next to our other friend.
Yeah.
And he was like, Bruce Bland. And the other friend was like, yo, stay away from me. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
I want to hear, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
If I can't hear the joke, then what's the point? And so
Yeah.
you have some people that are shout out at the screen or whatever. Like I said, we grew up with that because that's how Black
Yeah,
folks
'cause
at in the movie theater.
call and response is a big part of our culture. Like,
Yes.
it's you see it in our plays, at comedy shows, in the movie theater. We participate. Audience participation is, you can see it when we're at church. Anything.
Mhm.
Like, it's audience participation is a part of it. So it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. If you want a quiet, private screening, then I would encourage you to not do it in public. I would encourage you to not watch a movie in public.
And you know what? Technology is so advanced now that people are like, well, it's not the same quality in movie theater. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
You get you some surround sound at home, get you that new TCL TV with high resolution and 4K.
Yeah.
It is.
Pretty
Sometimes
much
it's better.
Pretty much every TV is 4K now, and they're like $150. Like, I remember back in the day though, you spending thousands and thousands of dollars. TVs, you can
For
go to
32
Walmart.
inch. Yeah.
Now you can go to Walmart and get you a real good TV. It's probably gonna be 4K, and they'll probably have to be Google TV or Roku TV or something like that. And it'll be just fine.
Do it at home.
Watch it at home. Yeah.
Watch it at home. That's what I'm telling y'all. And that is a YouTube exclusive.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.